I had an idea that there was going to be a body, that the only way Scarpetta was going to figure out what really happened to this person was running a research, doing a research project at the body farm itself to recreate a scenario that might give her an answer as to what a very strange impression might have come from that she finds on the back of this dead child. It's a young girl whose body is found dumped at a lake, on a lake shore. Seems to be a kidnapping, sexual abuse case, but of course it's going to turn out to be something else. But Scarpetta actually did this research study or experiment at the body farm with a body that had been donated, and I of course did the same thing. I went down there and I said, look, if I pay for the materials that you need to build a structure to enclose a body for a period of time with a certain object under it to see what might happen, if there would be a certain imprint left on the skin and what it would look like, would you be willing to do that? And they were. And they learned something from it too. By the way, nothing was desecrated or mistreated or done in inappropriate. It was a scientific exercise. And that's not only informed me for the book, but it validated what I suspected would occur, and that becomes a very important piece of evidence for Scarpetta. She not only solves the case because of it, it almost costs her life. I'm so sorry to tell everybody that there is never going to be a chance of Scarpetta with Marino, and there never was a chance for that. They need each other to be exactly what they are. And Marino's attraction to her is not what he thinks it is. His attraction to her is that if she could reciprocate, it'd make him feel better about himself. And that's not a reason to be with somebody. And that really is, I mean, she understands that. Even if he were the sexiest person on the planet to her, and I don't know what she thinks about all the time, maybe she's had her moments for feeling that way, it's not a good mix, because that's not what it's really about. The fact is, she is this exotic Luna moth that he wants to catch, because then he feels somehow that will create something magical for him and redefine his whole life, and all he'll do is knock the powder off her wings and ruin her, and then he won't like her anymore, because that's the way that story would end. He can't see that, but she does. So she would never allow that to happen. It's not about her looking down on him, it's about her knowing better. And actually, as I sit here, I'm working on my 21st Scarpetta, and I explored that a little bit. I give you a flashback that gives you a little more insight, gives the readers a little more insight into the dynamics of the two of them and why she made certain decisions that she did very early on back in her Richmond days.